the strength of the winds already suggests that when these warnings start coming to force, which they will do about 6 o'clock tonight, we are going to see the kind of wind strengths that they're concerned about. And we're looking here mostly, again, parts of Ireland. Obviously, they're going to be first in line, but also western parts of the UK, southwestern parts of Scotland, Cumbria, and then before midnight, those winds kind of transfer into western Scotland, after midnight to northeastern parts of Scotland. And then we've got two little thready rain belts that are coming south. Yes, been up and storm watching since about 3 o'clock this morning. It's looking like quite a deep area of low pressure. I say quite a deep area of low pressure. It's a very deep area of low pressure, and it's likely to bring some winds the like of which most of us probably haven't seen before, gusts to 80 miles per hour, even in excess of that. Violent storm force winds for parts of Scotland. It really is going to be quite a shock when this one rolls in. And of course, it's not here yet. It is quite windy across the country. Already we're seeing gusts in excess of 70 miles per hour over parts of Wales, parts of Ireland. Should point out that Met Iran has already got a red warning, which obviously is the highest level of alert you can get. It remains to be seen whether any of our alerts will go red. I don't think they probably will. But to see an amber alert so comprehensively across the country, and that's lying across a rain warning, a yellow rain warning across the country as well. It is very unusual. And of course, there's another storm to come on Tuesday.
It seems to have escalated quickly, Joe. We spoke yesterday. I got the impression that the storm was sort of going to be making its way around the beginning of the week, but it seems to be upon us rather violently already.
Yes, well, what we have seen quite a lot of this year are these storms which develop in the jet stream. Mm-hmm. And right at the moment, the jet stream is incredibly strong because we've got this big temperature differential over the states, some very, very cold air and some very warm air. So that has given this kind of boost to the jet stream. And this low pressure system, whilst it is a mature system, it did exist close to the states, but it's got caught up in this where it's gaining a lot of energy. And again, it's not quite been spat out at us, right at our doorstep. But again, a very short run up to be very sure of the track and to know exactly what it's likely to do. And as I say, certainly the strength of the winds already suggests that when these warnings start coming to force, which they will do about 6 o'clock tonight, we are going to see the kind of wind strengths that they're concerned about. And we're looking here mostly, again, parts of Ireland. Obviously, they're going to be first in line, but also western parts of the UK, southwestern parts of Scotland, Cumbria, and then before midnight, those winds kind of transfer into western Scotland, after midnight to northeastern parts of Scotland. And then we've got two little thready rain belts that are coming south. They don't look very much, but they're actually quite important. And they are bringing very strong winds into the south just before the dawn. So hanging around the far southeast, literally, as the sun comes up.
Now, Joe, let's look at travel. I'm looking at national highways, and they've got warnings for strong winds in multiple regions. They include the southwest, the southeast, East Midlands, West Midlands, northwest, and northeast. I think we've pretty much covered pretty much everywhere there. They're warning about high-sided vehicles vulnerable during strong winds. The advice is not to travel. What about our trains?
Do you know something? I'm not an expert on trains, oddly enough. So I don't really know, apart from the wrong type of leaves or the wrong type of train, what stops them, and how they feel about strong winds. But of course, I could get this very wrong just now. Power lines are likely to come down, I would say. So if moving trains around involves power lines, then yes, possibly so.
There is that. There is a warning from Avanti West Coast trains. I think that they're saying, again, do not travel unless it's absolutely necessary to do so. But generally, I think the message is, Joe, stay put.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have seen quite a few storms. We've had saturated ground. We still have some trees in leaf which are at risk from being blown down. And of course, the second storm that arrives on Tuesday, likely to be a named storm. If it is, it'll be Joseline, but we won't know that until tomorrow. But it's a bit of a double tap because, of course, we have what we have tonight, potentially up to 4 inches of rain in some places. So there's going to be flooding. There's going to be surface water and surface spray. Not very nice driving conditions at all. The risk of floods combined with those winds at times as well. Really nasty driving conditions. And then we do it all again on Tuesday. And it's quite often the second knock that we take, having not really recovered from the first, that's the problem.
So, Joe, hang on. This is Storm Isha. Are you telling me that on Tuesday we're going to have Storm Joseline?
I'm telling you there's a storm that might be named Joseline. If it is named Joseline, then if it is another named storm, it'll be Joseline.